So I'm at the point now where Manchester United, where it's just boring to listen to, not because they're irrelevant or anything, just because they're in that cycle that every big club goes through. We have seen it with Liverpool, we have seen it with Arsenal, who are maybe about to clinch, a real big trophy for the first time in 20 plus years. Liverpool went 30 years without it. United are just they're in that phase, they're in that moment, and until the guy comes along that fits the club, that you can feel that fits the club, and I don't think he's out there right now. I'm not trying to say that I'm a global football expert on Manchester United. I'm not trying to say I'm a global football expert on other leagues and stuff like that. I'm most definitely not. But you kind of felt that there was guys out there that could always come in and do these jobs, and you need to find the right guy that fits it, right? The right guy that fits it. And you can talk a lot about the structure behind the scenes and everything like that, and look, that does play a part, and maybe that does need to get sorted. We've seen, Arsenal and Liverpool go through ownership changes and everything until it eventually lands on a good ownership as well for your club. But yeah, they're in that cycle. They are just in that cycle. I don't think it needs to be anything big. I think if Michael Carrick does well, he should be given the opportunity to run with it. Whether, United fans will feel, well, look, where's he really going to get us to? Fair enough. But when you get these guys that come in that are interim managers and they're club legends, it's to stabilise the club before the next guy comes in. And yeah, I've watched a little bit of the stick to football stuff, and Neville's talking about like Ancelotti and Tuchel and those guys coming in, and it's like, I think one, there's short-term fixes, and I think there needs to be a bit of a longer-term game here played with Manchester United, which again we've seen with Arsenal and again we've seen with Liverpool. And I just don't think they take it. I just don't think like Tuchel and Ancelotti. Who else does he mention as well? Maybe like Nagelsmann. I forget who else he mentions. Or like even like Luis Enrique. Stuff like that. Like, there are guys that have earned the right to be able to come in and do it their way. And we've seen Tuchel didn't want to do the thing at Chelsea, so why is he going to do it at Man United? Okay, Ancelotti, you can say he's worked at like Madrid, and there's a lot of politics and stuff that go on there, but I don't think that's necessarily like listening to the board or the owners all the time. I don't think they're the guys to fix it. I think they're just the names, and it's that last clamour of Man United here to try and get these names in. And I've said it for a long time, and I've seen it with Liverpool when I first went out to America in 2012, when Liverpool, the odd Champions League win, cup win, the odd, kind of top four finish and everything like that, maybe a second, under like a Houllier, Benitez, or Rodgers over a period of time. But when I first went there, you couldn't get a Liverpool top out there. You could not get a Liverpool top. It was all United, it was City, it was Chelsea. They were the big clubs at the time. And then by the time I leave America, obviously in 2020, and Klopp comes in and Liverpool are building and you can feel something's happening, Liverpool shirts come in, and Man United shirts, if anything, were kind of digressing, or certainly like Chelsea shirts and stuff like that. So that's how it goes. Like, you do start to wane and lose that power, because the new era of kids coming up, growing up, are not looking at you as the ones that they want to join. They're looking at City, right? They're looking at Klopp's Liverpool. They're even looking at Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, whoever that may be. Chelsea back in the day was under Mourinho and stuff like that. So they just need to be careful and understand where they are at, right? Big club, big name, big brand. But the reality of the fact is, it's Europa League, and you've just got to take it from there. And Carragher said on Stick to Football, I couldn't agree with him more, that like an Ancelotti and stuff like that coming in, like the club needs energy and it needs someone to drive it forwards and go with it season after season. And Ancelotti's at the end of his career. He's not that type of guy. He needs young, hungry energy. And like I say, I don't think that guy's out there. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, Man United fans, football fans. Like, where do they go here? What's the path at the moment? Because football, you have to think in the now, right? You do have to think in the now. You can't just say, well, we'll wait 10 years until the next Fergie comes along that kind of suits our club. You've got to, along the way, try and stabilise yourself until that point happens. So let me know what you guys think. As always, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the videos. Hope you enjoy the weekend games. Hope you enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. And as always, until the next one, have a good one, alright? Peace.